Automated reminder emails. Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you an efficient way to send reminder emails based on how close a record is to its due date. This approach keeps your automation simple, avoids unnecessary record updates, and makes your workflows easier to maintain. Let's start with a common example. Imagine you have an audit process where each audit must be completed by a specific due date. If the audit is still incomplete, you want to engage with the auditor by sending reminder emails at key times. We will set these up to be 3 days before the due date, on the due date, and 3 days after the due date. A common way people approach this is by creating multiple fields and workflows. For example, a scheduled workflow might run every day and update a current date field on every record. Then a formula field calculates how many days remain until the due date. More fields determine the reminder status, and Workflows sends an email when a status changes. While that method works, it also creates unnecessary record updates and adds complexity to the app. Every record gets updated daily. Additional fields are needed just for automation logic, and the workflow becomes harder to maintain over time. Instead, we can use a much cleaner approach by calculating the value dynamically inside the workflow using a variable. Step 1. Create a scheduled workflow that runs once per day. This ensures reminders are evaluated daily. Step 2. Add a filter so the workflow only processes audits that are still open. Since reminders only apply to incomplete audits, this keeps the workflow focused and efficient. Step 3. Now we calculate the number of days until the audit is due. Add a set variable step and define a variable called days until due. The value is calculated for each record, and the formula looks like this. It checks if there is a due date, and if there is, it takes the difference between today and the audit due date before rounding it to a whole number. Now we use that variable to trigger our reminder emails. Step 4. We build filter conditions using our variable by referencing it in the form var.days until due date. The first filter checks if days until due equals 3. If it does, that means the audit is due in 3 days, and we send the reminder email. The second filter checks if days until due equals 0. This means the audit is due today, and we send the due date reminder. The third filter checks if days until due equals -3. That means the audit is 3 days overdue, and we send the overdue reminder. Each send email node needs 2 main parts of configuration. Firstly, who the emails go to. This can dynamically be sent to the auditor, but you may also wish to include any management that should be alerted too. Then the subject and content of the email. Be sure to make reference to key values from the audit. Include a link so the recipient can easily go in and complete their audit. We'd also recommend a subject matter expert contact, so the auditor knows what to do if they will not be able to complete the audit in a timely manner. There are a few reasons why this pattern works so well. It reduces additional fields and unnecessary record processing. The workflow calculates the value temporarily while it runs, so there's no need to update the audit records themselves. It simplifies filter logic. Working with a simple number is much easier than building complex date comparisons directly into filters. By adding the days until due variable, the value is calculated once and reused multiple times. It is self-contained. As it runs outside of the record and not on value changes, we do not need to worry about accidental runs or breaking the logic when developing other areas of the app. It has flexibility. Let's suppose you later decide to add another reminder 7 days before the due date. You can simply add another filter using the same variable. By using a daily scheduled workflow and a dynamic variable for days until due, you can build a reminder system that is efficient, scalable, and easy to understand. Thanks for watching! Thank you for taking the time to watch this feature showcase. If you have any questions or would like further guidance on applying the features you have just seen within your apps, please reach out to us at support@softtools.net.